Okay. I still see this flyer. Yeah, on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page. Can you guys see me? I just see the flyer. Can you guys see me on Facebook or on YouTube? What's happening on Instagram? No, you can't see me. Wow. Josiah, I'm going to need you to call somebody and ask them how to remove this flyer that they can see me. We're having some technical difficulties. All right. So, yeah, my Instagram family is here. What's happening, everybody? Stay on. We're trying to figure out how to remove the flyer, but while the flyer is up there, let me just extend the invitation for everyone to get to Chicago for 12-hour prayer coming up June the 14th. We believe, yes, it will be streamed, but I do believe that if many of you all make the sacrifice and get here physically, something is happening that will be for those that are physically in that building. It is a sacrifice, but it's going to be worth it. Where your treasure is where your heart is. And I'm believing God that he will give you the funds to get here. Train, bus, car. I need you to make it happen. How do you do it? You have to go to 12hourprayer.com to get the information on how to get here. All right. Give me a minute on Facebook and YouTube. We're still trying to get this. There we go. Can you see me now? Come on, fam. Can you see me now on Facebook? Can you see me now on YouTube? I see you. I see you too. All right, there we go. All right, let me say this. You see, I still got on my shirt. Prayer on the 9. Today we did our community prayer that we've been doing for over 10 years. There were over 2,000 people out there. It was crazy. Where we walked 2.5 miles praying over our city. It was a God thing to literally walk and to pray over your city. Some people ask, well, have you seen a difference? We've literally done our homework. We've pulled the numbers to see, has the crime decreased in this area? And it has. There is power in prayer. One of the things that someone came and told me is that different churches, to God be the glory, we're doing different prayer meetings and walking in their community. So I am glad. Much love to Pastor Charlie Dates, who came out with Salem and they walked with us. We have to stand up and literally cry loud. Coming out of the 4 walls, people were walking up asking for prayer. It was amazing. So I just want to encourage many of you all, get out of Miranda, get out of the 4 walls of your church. Go into the highways and the hedges. Take your people out. Let them evangelize. Let them walk the community and speak and pray and love on people. All right. It was amazing. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you can go to my page and you can just get a quick video so that you can see it. All right. Now we're getting ready for 12-hour prayer. Again, the date, June the 14th. Am I asking you to stay all 12? No. But am I asking you, can you pray with me 1 hour? For many of you all, he's literally calling you to get to this city. I know for a fact that God's going to give you the resources. If you want more information, go to 12hourprayer.com. 12hourprayer.com. All right. I want to talk. So we're going to close out the sermon series tomorrow. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. One of the main characters in the New Testament is a man that went from Saul to Paul. And we find him first at the stoning of Stephen. At the stoning of Stephen. And one of the things that he is adamant about is that, listen to me, when I was over on that side of persecuting the church, I had zeal. Sean, zeal. Can everybody do me a favor? Can I get at least 10 of you all to type the word zeal, Z-E-A-L, on the screen? Zeal. I had zeal. All right. I want to show you where he says it. All right. And I'm saying this, and I need some of y'all to hear me loud and clear. I think there's a lack of zeal when it comes to the church of America. I need to say that clear. Of America. There's a lack of zeal when it comes to the church. So let's define zeal before we go any further. Please listen. You ready? It is a burning desire. A burning desire to please God. I'm going to say that again. Zeal is a burning desire to please God. Comma. Ready? Not just to please God, but it is also to do his will. It is a burning desire to please God, not man. It is a burning, whoever you are that's on Instagram, that's putting this wrong, hold on, let me just go ahead and just shut you down. Somebody's putting a wrong cash app, a fake cash app on my Instagram page. Man, the scamming is on a whole nother level right now. It is on a whole nother level. I am just blown away. I'm blown completely away. All right. Zeal is a burning desire to please God, to do his will. Listen to this. And here's the line, to advance his glory in the world. Here's the line, in every possible way. I need to read that again. Zeal is a burning desire to please God, to do his will, to do his will. I want to please him. I want to do his will, and I want to advance his glory in every possible way. It is a burning desire. That is zeal. My fear is many people lost the fire, that burning desire to please him or even do his will. Listen, before Paul accepted Christ, he had zeal. Let's read it. Acts 22. Ready? Let's talk. My fear is that some people had zeal when they weren't saved, but now that you come over here, you don't have a fire. Let's read it. Acts 22. Alex, congratulations. Baby reveal. Another male is in the world. I am a Jew, born of Tarsus, but brought up in the city. I studied under Gamaliel and was thoroughly trained in the law of our ancestors. I was just as zealous for God as any of you are today. He's talking to those traditional Jews. Let me tell you how zealous I was. He said, I persecuted the followers of this way to their death. This is how zealous I was. Let me tell you how zealous I was. Arresting both men and women and throwing them into prison. That is how zealous I was. Look what he says. As the high priest and all the council can themselves testify. Go ask somebody who I am. Go ask somebody what I did. I even obtained letters from them to their associates in Damascus and went there. Let me tell you how zealous I was. To bring these people as prisoners to Jerusalem to be punished. I traveled to get anybody that called themselves a Christian, and I persecuted them. I put them in prison. That was his zeal. You ready? Go to Galatians. Go to Galatians. What up? Swole. Go to Galatians. Zeal, a burning desire. Galatians 1:13. For you have heard of my previous ways. Talk, Paul. Ways of life in Judaism. How intensely, talk about his zeal, I persecuted the church of God. Doggone it, I was so zealous, I tried to destroy it. My God. I was advanced in Judaism beyond many of my own age among my people. Here's the line. And was extremely zealous for the traditions of my fathers. Done. A burning desire that if I'm in it, I'm all in. A burning desire to the point he studied it. A burning desire to the point that he wanted knowledge and information. He telling you, I studied this thing. I didn't just study it, I lived it. I didn't just live it, I went after anybody that was opposite of what I believed in. Go to Philippians. Go to Philippians. You ready? Talking about himself. Circumcised on the 8th day of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews. Talk, Paul. In regards to the law, I was a Pharisee. Here's the line. As for zeal, let me tell you what I did. Persecuting the church. As for righteousness, based on the law, doggone it, I was flawless. This is BC, before Christ. Can I ask y'all a question? Before Christ, what area were you zealous in? Now, I need you to get this. I want to show you what I mean. No, let me hear your testimonies. Everybody, give me no more than 3 to 5 words. When it came to zeal, BC, before Christ, were you zealous in your education? Were you zealous about getting your money? Were you zealous about your body count? Were you zealous as a gangbanger? Please, can you? Somebody said I was my zeal was in education. I see people who are zealous about their tradition, being Black, studying the Black culture, in drinking, selling drugs, family, education. Come on here. Corporate positions, academics, taking care of my kids. Somebody said, now this was good. I want you to hear what I want you to hear what I just read. Somebody said, I was zealous about church before I knew Christ. Politics, the arts, family, money, home, Black culture, the corporate ladder. Somebody put women. Come on here. The theater, the movie. This was your passion. This was your passion. This was your burning fire. Come on here. Tell me, what up, Charles? Before Christ, where was your zeal? Pleasing people. Come on, we out here now. Don't pull back. We have an honest talk. Working out. This is good. Getting that money. Moving your career. Pushing your skill. Pushing your talent. Digging deep into practicing and working on you. This was your zeal. Somebody put women and fame. Come on here. We out here. Going to the club. People pleasing. Listen to me. I want you to hear me. I know for a fact that God, my looks, this is good. Somebody said my looks, my hair, my nails, my clothes. Before I got saved, and I got saved at 17, God had to get me at a young age. He had to. Because even by 17, I already had a fake ID saying that I was 21. I was already going into places where there were big parties and lounges, and I was there. Partying was my life. Do you hear me? It was my life. I would dance so hard. I would pop my fingers so much until they split. Do you hear me talking to you? I would get on public transportation, leave one side of the city and go to a whole nother side of the city just to get in a party. I used my fake ID to get in. I would have been one of those people that would have traveled to other countries to go to parties and to be. I was into drugs. I was already smoking cigarettes. I was already smoking weed. Never really got into alcohol. But this is the thing I've waited on every weekend to go out. It was my life. I would dance until I was wringing wet. There was a place in Chicago called Sawyer's that had a tree in the middle of the floor. I climbed the tree. I'm swinging all off the tree. I am the life of the party. When I come in, I holler, it's about to go down. Zealous take over the room. I went to one place that scared me. I went to a party at a place in Chicago called the warehouse. My God. You go up these stairs and you're automatically on the second floor. You go down the back stairs and you're on the first floor. That's where the drinks are. There is, the snacks, all of that. Then you go to the back and you go down one more level of stairs and you're in the basement. And there are no windows. It's consistent house music. My God. The beat, the sound takes you over. The lights are going in and out. I dressed house. I had on the Levi jeans where one leg was bleached. I ripped the jeans. I had on my penny loafers with my Izod purple socks and my Izod shirt with my Izod belt. I was dressed for it. Do you hear me? This was my zeal. This was my life. I knew every song. Look at me. The lights would go on. This is non-stop lights. I'm down there. I'm getting it. And I'm looking around. And the lights go out. But when the lights go out, you don't know who touching you, who humping on you, who grabbing you. I backed up in a corner like, saints, when the lights came back on, I saw people humping each other, touching each other. I left. I left. I got scared. I literally got scared. I said, Lord, what's going on here? Look at this person. Macaulay Smith is on here trying to solicit women on Facebook, talking to Coleman, said, I feel a special calling, someone like you to be my friend. Sorry for infringing on your comments. The scamming is real out here. And I can promise you, this Macaulay has sent this message to about 5 to 6 or 10 more women in these comments. This is a norm in on Facebook. They get in the, look at it. He sent it to Cox Feely. Listen, this devil here. So I was passionate about it. I know for a fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need you to hear me loud and clear. That if he didn't save me, this would have been my life. I was zealous. I would leave the parties wringing wet to the point that I would have to go home and wring my clothes out. I smoked weed. I would have ended up, had he not saved me, that would have been my life. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's zeal. I want to give you this scripture. Can you go to Galatians 4? Galatians 4. Look what Paul says. Are you listening to me? He's saying, it is fine to be zealous. Listen to this line. Provided the purpose is good. It is fine to be zealous, provided that the purpose is good. You can't have all this zeal over here doing unrighteousness, and then he save you, and now you here and you have no burning desire? Do you understand? And I got to go back. I got to go back. I got to go back. It is a burning desire to please God, to please God in advancing the kingdom. Guys, everything I say respectfully. Listen to me. I go to other countries. I see their zeal. I see their passion. I know something's lacking here. I brought a guy, Pastor Jerry, from Africa to 12-hour prayer last year. Pastor Jerry had over 1 million people in his prayer meeting. I need you to sit there. I need you to think about what I just said to you. Over 1 million people at prayer. I leave next month to go to Ghana to another gentleman that I brought from Africa, Prophet Gideon Danso. They do a 48-hour prayer meeting. The zeal, and I'm not talking about no, come on in, Lord, help us. I mean, going hard. I have been to Africa where they walk for miles. I was in South Africa where they're piled up on trucks, putting their lives in danger. I was in South Africa. The building seats 6,000, and it's another 2,000 or 3,000 that are literally outside on the grounds listening. Everything I say respectfully, but it's a self-check. But then I come here, and we got to beg you to come to prayer. We come here, and people sit in church, and we got to beg you to lift your hands. We have to beg you to open your mouth. We come here, and we don't evangelize to advance the kingdom. I'm saying to us, have you checked your zeal? Because you could not give the devil all this energy, all this drive. When you were a drug dealer, you stood out on that corner for hours, but you can't pray for 1 hour. When you were into your look, getting your clothes together, your hair, your nails, when you were into all of that, how long did it take? But if church go too long, let's just check our zeal. This is an honest question. It is an insult that you'll give the enemy all of this drive and all of this attention and all of this, your personality. You were the life of the party, but now you want to come over here and be quiet. Let's go back to that scripture. It is fine to be zealous, provided that the purpose is good. I want your attention. I need your attention. All of this energy that I had, all of this excitement, when I get saved, I'm the life of the party. I'm swinging off trees. I bring it to church. I bring it to the house of God. I'm just as zealous. I'm out here looking for a prayer meeting. I'm in the Bible. I want to study this thing. I want to know his word. I want to know him. Zeal. Then I got with some believers. They told me, you're doing too much. Is it possible that you have allowed non-zealous people to put out your passion? Even when it comes to business. Even when it comes to business. I have a zeal and a passion when it comes to finances, but I know for a fact, provided the purpose is good. The purpose. Whatever you want, check your purpose. Whatever you drive so hard. Let's go here. There's some people. You want that microphone. Purpose. Why you want it? Now. Do you want it so you can advance the kingdom? Do you want it so people can be saved and delivered? Or do you honestly want it so you can advance you? I'll wait. It is fine to be zealous, provided the purpose is good. You ready? I want to finish reading the scripture. It is fine to be zealous. Like I have a zeal for the Grand Crossing community. This is why I go out and I walk the streets. This is why I bought up everything that we could. I have a zeal for the Black community. You have to hear me. It's not about me, provided the purpose is good. Why do you want it? Because I believe that these people, my people, deserve better. I believe that exposure brings expectation. I believe that we should have quality stores. I believe that we should live in safe communities. I believe that we should not just allow anybody to come in our community and set up any kind of business like a liquor store that is open from 9:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the morning, but they don't live in our community. Kids don't go to school in our community, but you're going to sit up here and you see my passion? You see my passion? You see my zeal? This ain't about me. It is fine to be zealous. Look at this. Provided the purpose is good. And to be so always. Jesus. And to be so always. I am begging some of y'all. Get your passion back to please God, to do his will, and to advance his kingdom. kingdom. You cannot tell me advancing his kingdom is just having church every Sunday. Get the heck out of here. You cannot tell me. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Check your passion. It's going to rain tomorrow. Will the rain really stop you from going to the house of God? Check your passion. Ready? Let's go. One more scripture. Romans 12. Ready? Romans 12 and 11. Listen to this. Never be lacking in zeal. Never be lacking in passion. Go hard. Never be lacking in zeal. Watch this. But keep your spiritual fervor. I need you to make sure that that zeal is spiritual. So there was a young man that wanted the microphone to do worship. But to be honest, he wasn't that good. He wasn't. Zeal is good, provided the purpose. So now, why do you want? You need to be trained a little bit more. You need to be mentored. No. The zeal was there. What's the purpose? And because we didn't give him the microphone fast enough, he found someone that would give him the stage. And it wasn't good. I had zeal to be a pastor. I was running around here doing interviews and doing everything. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I did not have a shepherd's heart. I could preach. Just because you can preach does not mean that you're called to be a pastor. What? I could preach. Preaching is a very small piece of the pie of pastoring. Check your zeal. Check your zeal. What do we say? It is fine to be zealous, provided the purpose is good. Do you want to pastor because you want to preach his word? You want to see lives change? You want to love on his people? You want to walk with them through their process? You want to do life with them? Or do you want to do it so that you can be famous, so that you can have a name, so that you can have get the money, so that you can get a car, so that you, what is your purpose? Do you want to be the head of a company so that your family could be blessed, so that you can get a house, so that you can get a job, so that you can do it? Or do you want to be over a company so you can be a blessing to people, and you can provide opportunities for other people, and you can expose people, and you can feed other households, and you can be a blessing to your community, and you can be a blessing to your family, and you can break generational curses and bloodline curses, and you can provide a better opportunity for your family, and you can make sure. And when you do this, will he be glorified? Will he be glorified? Check your passion. Check your zeal. Look at me. I have prayed and I continue to pray that he will never let me lose my passion. You want my truth? I know when my fire is getting low. I know when my fire is getting low. I know when I'm going off. Paul told Timothy, stir up the gift. In another translation, it says, fan into flame that fire that is in you. I want some of y'all to get your drive back. Get your passion back for your business, for his glory. Get your passion back for your education, for his glory. Get your passion back when it comes to God. Some of you all, everything I say respectfully. Your fire's out. Your fire's out. Look at me. Your fire, your passion, your drive is gone. How do you rekindle that? You have to get in a passion environment, a fire environment. Iron sharpens iron. Look at me. That's why 12-hour prayers here. That's why every Sunday I go for broke. I don't go for broke for me. My passion, my zeal is to get people in his presence. Get what you need. I am an usher. I bring people into his presence. I am passionate about getting people into his presence. And while you're in this building, get a breakthrough. Get a breakthrough. That's my drive. That's my Sunday drive. My weekday drive is to build kingdom. Because when your hands go down, how do I make sure that you're a better person? How do I make sure that you're walking in your assignment? How do I make sure that you are now ready to push the kingdom of God and have the same passion? America, we better pray that God give us zeal and passion back in the house. Listen to me. You pray because you want to. If you don't pray because you want to, he'll set you up that you'll have to pray. You'll pray because you have to. If you pay attention to the spiritual temperature that is going on in America, saints of the living God, we better get our passion back. Do you hear me talking to you? There is something demonic going on in the atmosphere. And we better get our zeal, passion for him. Check your zeal. Do you love him? Are you willing to go the last mile for him? Are you willing to fight the good fight of faith? Are you willing to make sure that he gets the glory out of your life? Check your passion. Check your passion. Everyone that's listening to me right now, can you just type on the screen, God set me on fire? Set me on fire. Set me on fire. I want you to hear me. Okay, I want to go here. I want to go here. Because you're blaming the church. You're blaming the pastor or the church that your fire is out. But how's your personal time with God? Like, do you understand? I work hard because of my zeal. I'm a beast. I go, look at me. This ain't got nothing to do with no church. I'm a beast outside the four walls of the building. I'm a beast. My work ethic, I'm a beast. My partying was a beast. I would dance, like I said, and party till my fingers were split. You think I'm gonna come over here and not go for broke? Check your passion. God set me on fire. Well, and I want you to have that fire in every area of your life, that he will be glorified in your business, in your family, in your marriage, in your money, in your worship, in every, he gets the glory in every area of your life. Wow. Wow. Set me on fire. Look at me. Why do you want money? Zeal is good. Zeal. It is fine to be zealous, provided the purpose is good. Why do you want money? Of course, I need it to make sure that my bills are paid, make sure that my wife and I lack anything. But it's bigger than me. I am blessed to be a blessing. Who am I assigned to help? Who am I assigned to sow seeds into? Everybody, you go get Galatians 4:18. It is fine to be zealous, provided the purpose is good, and to be so always. Here's what Paul said, not just when I'm with you. Don't give me zeal just because you in my face. Doggone it, I need you to be on fire 7 days a week, 24 hours. When they wake you up, you have zeal. And can't nobody shut you down. Wow. Okay, tomorrow I will be preaching 7:30 and 9:30. And I want many of you all, get your zeal. Get in the building. Be online. You want my truth. I know I'm going to do this 12-hour prayer. It's going to be online. But what I feel in the spirit, thousands should be flying in here. for prayer. Jesus. (6/14), June 14th. Get here. Brandon. Anthem night worship. If this blessed you tonight, I want you to make a conscious decision to sow into your passion, your zeal. There are 3 ways that you can sow. Cash App is the money sign. Holy John 2, capitalize the H and the J, and then the number 2. PayPal is just Holy John, capitalize the H and the J, or you can go to our website, newlifesoutheast.org. I want to stick with this, what the Lord gave me at the top of this month. Let's stay in the tens. You can sow 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I want you to sow in the tens, and I'm praying that God will bless you tenfold. 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 So I said, well, I don't have 10. I love people that when they don't have it, I have people that cash out $1. Let me tell you how my zeal is. Look at me. Do you know how long I've been doing this? Do you know how long I've been doing these Saturday night devotions? It started out on Periscope. Go figure. That's how long I've been doing this. About 15 years. Why? Because it's my passion. I have a zeal that I want you to know this God, to push and advance the kingdom. So into it, into your passion. Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 30? Is it 40? Is it 50? Is it 100? Is it 1,000? I don't know. He giveth seed to the sower. And then you make a conscious decision to sow it. Wow. Somebody asks, what do you do with this? It'll blow your mind. We've bought cars from this. We've paid tuition from this. We've paid mortgages through this. We've done rent through this. God doesn't bless me for me. He blessed me for others. You hear me talking to you? All right. There you go. I'm going to close out. I got something I want to say. I pray that you all are registered to vote. I don't say much along these political lines, but you got to vote. Okay? I'll stop. Please, I'm begging you. America's in trouble. All right, get your zeal back. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Pray for me. Good night.